Okay. We are live in my closet. My hair is messy and my shirt says, messy hair, don't care. Messy hair, don't care. Okay, I did this video once already, but I had to redo it because my children decided to come in here and make a ruckus. So, anyway, here we are again. I'm going to go over it again. Alright, well, whenever I was a child, my mom left at the age of 2 or 3. I believe it was 3, maybe. I was raised by my dad and my grandparents on both sides, my mom's side and my dad's side. I was a troubled child starting at a very young age. You could say 7, but it was really 12. And I started smoking cigarettes at the age of 7. I ended up dropping out of high school whenever I was 16. I got my GED, though. Whenever I was 16 is whenever I started getting heavily involved in drugs and alcohol. That continued until the age of, I would say 19. At the age of 18, I was a stripper until 19. And while I was working in that nightclub, I ended up selling some pills to an undercover cop. Now, they didn't bust me the night that I had sold them to her. Why, I don't know. But I did end up getting another job on the whole other end of the spectrum at a daycare. And to get that job there, they had to take my fingerprints. And because they took my fingerprints, the cops found me. Why they didn't find me sooner, I don't know. But yeah, they were trying to get me to tell on give up bigger people or something, but I just I wasn't even really trying to stay involved with the whole situation, so I just I ridded myself of everything. While I was in the jail, I remember singing in the jail cell, like Paul and Silas. I was thinking about Paul and Silas. And I was only in the jail for 8 hours. And so I'm trying to remember everything. I mean, I wrote it down, but right before I got arrested, a little bit before, I had gotten to where I got to a point where I was like, there's no God. There's no God. But my Nana had given me a purple Bible, and that purple Bible was sitting on my dresser, and in that time, I would walk by that Bible, and it would just be like hollering at me, like, hey, pick me up, So I did start reading in Proverbs, like reading the Proverbs every day. And so I ended up going to Living Waters on October 23rd, 2011. And that was the day that I knew I was saved. I knew I was saved that day. And then, of course, on November 11th, 2011, 1/11 is the day that they came and arrested me, right after I knew that I had gotten saved. And it was a blessing in disguise, most definitely, to get me out of where I was at, literally pulled up out of a dark pit. And on my other video, that I made before this one, I was saying how I always knew that there was going to be a perfect time for me to give my testimony. And I've waited and I've waited and I've waited. And I believe now is that time, for such a time as this. And so I ended up getting 3 years probation. I finished in a year and a half. And while I was on probation, I ended up getting my cosmetology license. I was like, might as well do something or something while I'm in trouble, because, I was like, I can't do anything, so I might as well do something productive. But so I trying to figure out where I'm at. I don't want to like rush or like be a robot or anything. There were times that I did slip up, here and there, but for the most part, it's been 8 years since I've been sober from the heavy drugs that I was doing. And I did recently, just within like the past year, actually totally kick drinking. I do, however, drink 1 glass of wine when I take communion. And I do believe in this time that we're in, that medical marijuana used in ceremony is vital. I really do. I mean, there's a lot of good testimonies on, a lot of people that just, are really actually helped by the medicinal. But anyway, yeah, so that sums up my little testimony. There's so much more I could tell. My life has definitely been a wild one, and for those of you that know me, bear witness to that. You could bear witness to that. And no, I'm not proud of, everything I've done. I've had issues with anger, a lot of anger, a lot of built up anger. And I thank you, Lord, for showing me the way and leading me and guiding me every step of the way. I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful for all of my mentors and guides and my Nana and Granddaddy. My Nana and my Granddaddy definitely have been a big help. So now I've been doing hair for 8 years, and I have started an online, I've started online links being connected, and I've started building a website for my mobile salon and licensing licensing my assistants. There's more on that in the works, and in the meantime, happy coffee keeps me going. And and so it feels really good to be able to finally tell my testimony, because I have waited a very long time. I knew that there was going to be a precise moment for whenever I had to give it, and I know that it was time. I do also want to incorporate real estate. I invested into some real estate stuff not too long ago. I'm trying to remember his name. I'll try to put it in the comments below, but yeah, I love all of you, and I know it's been bumpy, but there's a very, very much a bigger picture here, and it's a beautiful picture. It's very beautiful, and I'm just so looking forward to connecting with all of you and being blessed to be a blessing wherever I can be. And I'm very thankful. And I love all of you, as always. Bye.